I don't know why it started, but it just started, you know. One morning I got into the studio and they were sitting there naked. Okay, it's Naked Wednesday.
Naked Wednesday? Die spinnen, die Schweden. Ohne Hose Freitag würde ich ja noch verstehen. Aber Naked Wednesday?
In Flames sind eine der größten Metal-Bands mittlerweile, aber sie kommen nicht einfach nur aus dem Nichts, sondern haben eine sehr, sehr lange und harte Karriere hinter sich und wir wollen die mal Schritt für Schritt durchgehen. Und das macht Sänger Anders mit uns. The first record, Lunar Strain, you weren't even on.
No.
Nobody of the actual lineup was on.
Nope.
But how did you know the band at that time?
Gothenburg is a small place,
right?
You know? And the metal scene was not that big. I think we were like 30, 40 guys. I was playing in Ceremonial Oath, and Jesper were in Ceremonial Oath at that point as well. But then he decided that he wanted to start this band. So he started In Flames with two friends, Glenn and Johan. They just wrote a couple of songs and they sent out the demo. This record label in Sweden and asked them, hey, do you have more songs? And the guys just lied and say, yes, we have a whole album, which they didn't. So they had to create an album really, really fast. And then they took in some session members, Michael from Dark Tranquility, who helped them out with lyrics and vocals. So that was Lunar Strain. Then I joined later, after the EP Subterranean, late 95.
So Justice Race was your first record within Flames?
Yeah, that was the first one. The recording situation were a bit different because we had interest from bigger labels for the first time. I mean, for us getting in contact with Nuclear Blast, that was a big deal, you know. Enormous, actually, at that point in our career, you know. Everything felt new and fresh, and we had, you know, fun, and it felt like we did something that not that many other bands did, you know.
Do you listen to the record once in a while?
Not really. I mean, I have to learn some lyrics if we do some of the tracks, but it's not like I'm going back and listening to the album. I still think it's a really good album for what it is. You know?
Next one is Horacle.
Yeah.
Was there any progression in your kind of view?
I think I'm singing better. I think we write better songs. Start writing more for the live situation. We got a lot of good press from Just a Race, still being an underground band, but you know, we had more attention coming our way, which was, you know, felt really cool.
Next one, Colony.
Again, more real songwriting, I would say, than just, oh, here's the cool riff, let's put this to the next one and let's see what happens. Björn didn't do any more drumming, and we got a real drummer. No offense to Björn. He's you know, he can do what he can do, but you know, Daniel is way more of a real drummer. Björn is an awesome guitar player. We lost some friends there, you know, but they decided they want to do some other stuff in their life at that point.
Next one is Clayman.
The producer at that time, Frederick, who did all the prior albums, which he did a great job on, we were not really communicating well. I don't remember the actual recording as that much fun. I think we open up more and definitely we're thinking about the live environment more. And
you did more touring actually, right?
We did way more touring. We went to America for the first time. After Colony, Clayman, that's when we start touring I would say for real. Not just one tour here and a little tour somewhere else and then break and then the next album. Now we, you know, turned into a real touring band, and actually it started to become more a real job. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a hobby and a fun job. It's not like a drag going to work.
Right.
But it turned into a full-time job for all of us, and where we couldn't work outside of the band anymore.
Yeah. So next one was Reroute to Remain.
Way more fun experience to do that album than to do Clayman, because we went away, we rented a house for a while and then we stayed there just cooking. It's a cool experience. A lot of those songs we still play today. Some of our not bigger hits, but you know what I mean, are still in the lives.
Next one is Soundtrack to Your Escape.
Again, we rented a house, but this time in Denmark, not in Sweden. I brought my brother, who's a chef. He cooked for us every day. We lived really well, also drinking a lot of beers and just having a good time.
So usually you always stay together when you record. It's not like one guy is playing his part, leaving, next one's coming in.
I'm there all the time. Some of the other guys, sometimes they do their part and then they leave, but they always come back. I'm so much into it. I want to be part of everything, you know, from the first note to the delivery of the master. Come Clarity was That was interesting. This time I did all my vocals by myself with no one there, and I just sent the other guys the final result, you know. Hope they like it, kind of, you know.
Did they?
I trust my instincts, and I hope they like it. Yeah, I think so. The song Come Clarity was a big thing because we'd never done a song like that before, a ballad like that. So I just sent them that and then hope they would approve it and like it, and they thought it was great. So that was fun.
So it was quite an important record with that big progression, right?
Yeah, it was. Every album is important.
The next one, A Sense of Purpose.
We did it in our hometown in Gothenburg. We did it in our studio there.
There was a record with a Naked Wednesday, right?
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. A lot of stupidity, you know. One day our kids will be very proud of those moments. You do shit all the time just to stay sane, you know. I don't know why it started, but it just started, you know. One morning I got into the studio and they were sitting there naked. Okay, it's Naked Wednesday. We tried to do a very analog album because I think a lot of other bands at that point were doing very computerized. Everything was super slick, and we wanted to do a more rock approach, or whatever you like to call it. It was a bit stressful, you know, with what was going on with Jesper and everything, but that kind of have progressed through the years, becoming more worse and worse. And Adam, he's not a bad guy or anything. That's not what I'm saying. Just that, like, the pressure of the alcohol and everything, it's just became too much in the end. With Niklas in the band, it feels great. We known him forever, and he's been with the band before.
Like 97 to 98, or when was that?
Yeah, and then he helped out when Jesper stepped out before as well.
And how about the last one, Sounds of a Playground Fading?
Björn did all the guitar work. He was a big one because obviously Jesper were not with us at that point. Yeah, I think we achieved more than I expected. It was a really, really fun album. I'm super happy the way it turned out.
Soweit, so gut. Am 5. September schlagen In Flames mit Siren Charms das nächste Kapitel auf. Das neue Album gibt es bei EMP unter anderem als limitiertes Bundle mit Benzinfeuerzeug und als Boxset mit 11 7-Inch-Singles. Dort bekommt ihr natürlich auch die anderen hier vorgestellten CDs sowie Hoodies, Patches und vieles mehr. Klickt einfach auf den Link unten in der Beschreibung. Bis zum nächsten Mal, sagen Markus und Jan.